Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, I'm going to show you guys how to make these. I don't even know what they're called. What am I calling these cupcakes? Easter egg hunt cupcakes. Cheesecake Easter egg hunt cupcakes. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, I'm going to show you guys how to make these cheesecake Easter egg hunt cupcakes. So I've made an egg cupcake. I made an egg cupcake last week, but I wanted to make a second one. So this is my final one for Easter. So I'm going to show you guys how to make these really cool speckled eggs. And I couldn't find a mold, like an Easter egg mold, and which is, you know, ridiculous. No one's selling them. So what I did was I MacGyvered my Easter egg mold, and I used the Kinder Surprise packaging, which is food safe because it has food in it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in the video, so you can go out and find it. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it. It's the right time of the year to find them. So I'm going to show you how to make the eggs. So there's a cheesecake filling in the center, chocolate cupcake, lots of Easter eggs in the center. These are the ingredients you need to make them. The ingredients you're going to need are some milk, flour, sugar, cocoa powder, softened butter, bicarb soda, eggs, salt. You're going to need some Wilton turquoise coloured choc melts, Oreos, lemon curd, some orange and yellow food dye, which we're going to dye the lemon curd with, some sweet condensed milk, Philadelphia cream cheese, some chocolate melts, cream, and I've got some micro herbs here. If you can't find micro herbs, which are like a leaf that's edible, you can just use mint leaves. Now guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I upload 2 new videos a week. So we're going to start off by making our chocolate cheesecake Easter eggs. So I'm just going to pop my turquoise colored, and I've got some white chocolate as well. I'm going to pop those in the microwave to melt. 20 seconds at a time, mixing each time until it's nice and smooth. I'm going to combine these together just to lighten up that turquoise color and make it a little bit brighter. Now you want to set that aside, and you're going to pulverize your Oreos. Now you can do this in a Ziploc bag, or you can do it like I am in a food processor. So like I said earlier, I've got my Kinder Surprise chocolate Easter egg molds, and I've got a wet paper towel here. I'm just wetting the inside of it. It's going to help our Oreos stick there, and it gives us that speckled egg effect. Now I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of that turquoise colored chocolate in there, spread it around with a spoon, and you want to refrigerate this for about 20 minutes until it's completely hard, and very carefully pop it out. It should just kind of very easily pop out. Okay, so we want to add a little bit of chocolate on the outside of those chocolate shells, just to stick our 2 egg molds together to create 1 egg. And you're going to use your finger and run it across the outside edge just to smooth out that chocolate. Moving on to our chocolate ganache, we're going to add our chocolate and cream to a large microwave safe bowl. Microwave that for about 20 seconds at a time, mixing each time until it's nice and smooth. Then you can pop it in the fridge to chill. Next, we're going to move on to making our cream cheese mixture. We're going to add our cream cheese, sweetened condensed milk, and vanilla extract to a large mixing bowl. Mix that with a hand mixer until it's nice and smooth, and you want to make sure that you scrape down the bowl at least once while you're doing this. Now you want to transfer that to a piping bag or a Ziploc bag. To color the lemon curd, you're going to add 1 drop of orange food dye and 2 drops of yellow, and mix that until it's well combined. Our eggs have completely set. I'm going to cut the top of these to make it look like a cracked egg. So I'm going to do this using a sharp knife, and I've just run the knife under some very hot water. You can even boil the kettle and use boiled water, just so that you can make it nice and hot. And it's going to melt through that chocolate much easier and cut it rather than cracking it. Now you want to dry off that knife before you put it in the chocolate, otherwise it's just going to be a drippy mess. Now once you've cut that, you want to fill it with some cream cheese and then top it with a little bit of that lemon curd, and that is your Easter eggs done. Now let's move on to making the cupcake. So we're going to add our dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl. Mix those on low speed until everything is well combined, and then you can add your softened butter and mix that until it reaches a crumbly sand-like texture. While that's mixing, you can add your eggs and milk to a large jug and whisk that up. You're going to add your wet ingredients to your dry ingredients in a slow and steady stream. Once it's all in there, you want to scrape down the bowl and mix for a final 20 seconds. We're going to fill our cupcake liners up 3/4 of the way, and we're going to bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes. Once they're baked, transfer them to a cooling rack. As usual, our cupcakes baked beautifully. We're going to core the center. Now I'm using a large tip, or the end of a large tip, because I want to have a pretty big hole in the center of these cupcakes. We're going to try and fill them up with as many mini Easter eggs as we can. Now I've fitted the end of a piping bag with a small round tip. It's about 3 or 4 millimeters in width. We're going to pipe a little bit of our chocolate ganache around the sides of the cupcake and sprinkle some of those crushed Oreos on top. Now this is how I get my bird's nest effect. So I'm using that same piping tip, and I'm basically piping U shapes all around the cupcake on top of each other. Now you could just keep piping around in circles, but what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a lot of chocolate in the center and not as much around the outsides. It's going to look a little bit strange and not as neat. So this is the best way I've found to do this. We're going to pop our Easter egg in the center and it looks gorgeous. Now I've just crushed up some round sprinkles and I'm popping them around the outside of the nest. And it kind of looks like, you know those birds' nests where the birds make them look really, really pretty and decorate them? That's kind of the effect I was going for. And of course we want to add some greenery in there, so we're going to add some of those leaves in there as well. And guys, that is pretty much it. Okay guys, so those were my cheesecake Easter egg hunt cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I upload 2 new videos a week for you guys. You can grab the recipe for these cupcakes on my website, thescranline.com. Link for that is in the box below. Thanks so much for watching guys. Have an awesome Easter. I will see you all on the next episode of The Scran Line.